Hello, hello, Margarita here for the 7-step formula to making 100K in 100 days. It is wonderful to have you here. If you are joining live or if you are watching the replay, then welcome. It is an honor and a joy to have you here and to have you spend time with me. I know that time is very, very precious, so I am very privileged to have you spending this time with me today. And I'm going to give you an absolute blast today. So you are going to be drinking through a fire hose. Make no mistake. Please make sure that you have a pen and paper ready because you are going to want to take notes today. If you have not seen one of my trainings before, then you are unaware that I will give you so much during my training. It's going to be about 2 hours. And what I really invite you to do is take what you need right now. So this training is going to be up as a replay for a couple of days after the live training today to give everybody an opportunity to be able to get through it at least once and potentially twice, because what I'm going to share with you today can be life-changing. The whole thing is, though, it is worthless unless you do something with what I share with you today. And everybody's going to be at different stages of their evolution. So the reason I give so much is so you can get what you need and go away and take action according to where you're at right now in your journey and in your evolution. So please take notes, as I said, and apply it to where you're at right now and what you need to do to get the most progress and get from where you are to where you want to be. So the first thing I'm going to get you to do, because this masterclass today is not just me spewing information out at you. It's about providing you the transformation that you need to create life on your terms. And information is worthless now. It's like, well, it's not worthless, but without the application behind it, without you implementing what you need to implement, it's pretty much a waste of time, you even being here. And I do not want that to be the case. So from the very outset, I am going to get you to do things during this masterclass. The first thing we're going to get you to do right now is set your intention. So the training itself is about the 7 steps to achieving 100K in 100 days. Now, I really want you to set your intention that this is going to change your life in some way, shape, or form. So what would $100,000 do for you right now? Does it seem completely inconceivable that that is even a potential reality for you? But if that's the case, then I want you to take a breath and I want you to suspend disbelief for the next 2 hours at least. And if you can suspend disbelief permanently, because it's your belief that will get you across the line in any goal. Now, if you set your sights on $100,000 over the next 100 days and you made an extra $25,000, would that be a good result? Or you made an extra $50,000, would that be a good result? And if $100,000 is like, meh, been there, done that, then what about $250,000 in the next 100 days? Would that make a difference to your reality? It's up to you. The amount is actually just arbitrary. The reason I chose 100K in 100 days, because it kind of sounds good, and to most people, that is virtually inconceivable. How the hell could I make 100K in 100 days? And I'm going to show you how step by step. It is up to you to implement what you need right now. So set your intention. What is it that you want to take away from today? What is it that you want to change in your life? Why are you here? Why does 100K in 100 days appeal to you? What difference would that make in your life? How would things change? What would you be doing differently? All these are powerful, powerful questions, and you'll understand why as I walk you through the information today. Because I'm not just going to share with you the 7 steps. I'm actually going to set the foundation for you first. Then I'm going to share with you the 7 steps, and then I'm going to even unpack some of those steps for you so you have an action plan by the time you finish today. Does that sound good? I hope so, because my intention is to absolutely transform your world in 2 hours. So your part is to take what I share and then do something with that. So let's go. I'm going to share my screen. So this is the 7 steps to making 100K in 100 days and putting a dent in the universe. I love that saying by Steve Jobs. It's about making a difference. Yes, it makes a difference in your world. You get to live the lifestyle that you want to lead. You get to live life on your terms, the freedom, the money, the lifestyle that you want to create. And you get to make a difference serving others to the highest level by creating financial freedom for yourself. And I'm going to share all that with you in today's masterclass. So I am on a mission to empower 100,000 impact-driven entrepreneurs to build wealth fulfilling their purpose. Why? Because together we can change the world. And I'm very passionate about this. I see a world where conscious, impact-driven entrepreneurs are fulfilling their purpose, serving at their highest potential, and actually creating a whole lot of wealth in their lives so they can then impact the world at a greater scale. And I believe that we can have a brilliant, amazing, beautiful world when we have wealthy, conscious, impact-driven entrepreneurs. That is my vision as a mission-driven entrepreneur myself. So the question is, would you like to join or be a part of that mission? Would you like to be one of the 100,000 impact-driven entrepreneurs who are building wealth and fulfilling their purpose, doing good things in the world and making a difference? Is that something that appeals to you? If it is, then you are in the right place. So 100K in 100 days. Today, I'm going to share with you the answer to all your money problems. Yes, I'm going to share with you the answer to all your money problems. If nothing else, that's going to be a game changer for you. I'm going to share with you how to make wealth and success inevitable. The 7 steps to 100K in 100 days. The #1 business model to build wealth fast. It's not a secret, but it is a game changer. And when you see how you can use and be a part of this revolution that is happening right now and have your piece of this $1 trillion industry, it really is a game changer. The 5 steps to financial freedom. This is about reframing money and wealth creation, how to heal your relationship with money, and the 7 keys to unlocking the secrets of the universe. So this is that's why this 2 hours is going to be so intense, because I pack way too much into these trainings. My mentors and my coaches keep telling me that I overteach, and I know that. It is a flaw in my design, but it's something that I just can't help. I get on these masterclasses and I just want to give you absolutely everything. And to a certain extent, I'm probably doing you a disservice by giving you too much. And that's why I go, take a breath. Just take a breath, because you are going to be drinking through a fire hose. And know that take away whatever you need right now. Whatever you need right now, just take notes on that and then take action on that. Okay, so I can give you the keys to the kingdom, but you have to open the door. Are you prepared to take radical responsibility for your results? So Radical responsibility or extreme ownership. There's a book called Extreme Ownership by a guy called Jocko Willink, who was a Navy SEAL. And he takes this principle to a whole other level. It is taking responsibility for everything in your life and knowing that you are at cause for the results that you get. And when you do that, you instantly take your power back. If you are willing to take radical responsibility for your results, then you instantly take your power back and you are able to create so much more in your life. If you are willing to be to know that you are the person who creates everything. Yes, life happens and people will impact your world. But why did you bring those people in the first place? Why did you attract the opportunities that you've attracted? Why did you choose the parents that you had? That's what radical responsibility is. Like, what? I chose my parents? Yeah, you did. You chose to come in and have the parents that you had. Why did you do that? What did that teach you? What lessons did you learn? What gifts did you receive? So it's taking radical responsibility. It's not about shaming and blaming yourself for stuff. It's just about going, well, I got myself here. So how can I get myself to where I want to be rather than where I am right now, if you're not where you're at right now? So you are the hero you've been waiting for. You are the magic in your life, in your world. You are the creator of your reality. So if you don't like what you've created, what are you going to create moving forward? This is the point of change when you are ready to go, you know what? I'm drawing a line in the sand. This is my hallelujah moment. This is the moment where I'm taking radical responsibility, and this is the moment where everything changes. What needs to change in order for your results to change? What needs to change in order for your world to change? For you to be able to create the world that you want? What needs to change? You need to change. It's the internal world that creates the external results. So what is it within you that needs to change? And we're going to talk a little bit more about this, about the mindset, which is the key to everything. It's the key to everything. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later in this masterclass. But you need to be prepared to recognize that you are the point of change. You are the master of your future, of your world, of your results, of everything going forward. And when you are prepared and ready to get into that space, you have the power to create anything that you put your mind to. I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious. So your wealth consciousness is the answer to all your money problems. So, and this may sound too simplistic, but it is literally your consciousness, your beliefs about money, about wealth, about wealthy people that is the key to all your money problems. So if you don't have a great relationship with money, if you haven't successfully created wealth in your life yet, or you're not in the process of successfully creating wealth, you must change your wealth consciousness. That is your beliefs about money. That is your connection to wealth. That is the love of self. If you love yourself unconditionally, you will deny yourself nothing. So when you get into a loving relationship with yourself and you feel worthy and you understand that money is just an energy exchange, and it's up to you to get into a flow with money and a flow with the wealth creation, That changes absolutely everything. So it's coming back and being willing to do that internal work that will change your external results. I want you to sit with this for just a few seconds. The answer to your money problems, all your money problems, is your wealth consciousness. Money is not the problem. So what needs to change in your wealth consciousness for you to have better results with money? That is $1 million question. Actually, that's $1 billion question. If you can answer that question, then this whole masterclass has already given you incredible value. So let me talk for a minute about income-driven versus impact-driven entrepreneurs, because I get the feeling that if you're on this masterclass, then you are an impact-driven entrepreneur versus an income-driven entrepreneur. And there is a very clear distinction. So an income-driven entrepreneur is somebody who is seeking opportunities to maximize the amount of money that they can make, right? So they are serving the world in a very distinct way. That is across the board. Every single entrepreneur who makes a lot of money is serving the world in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, okay, there are some exceptions, as in some crooks who would sell their grandmothers to make money. Yes, we're just going to forget that those nasty, naughty, horrible people exist. But we're going to focus on entrepreneurs who are here to serve others to the highest potential of their potential, and at the same time make a lot of money. That is the equation that we are focused on. And the income-driven entrepreneurs, they look at what's happening in different industries and what they can offer in different aspects, and where their best opportunity lies for their gifts and their talents and their knowledge and all the rest of it. What do they bring to the equation and where they can make the most money? Now, that is the vast majority of entrepreneurs. Impact-driven entrepreneurs are actually in a class all of their own, because impact-driven entrepreneurs, the income is a secondary consideration. Their primary consideration is the impact. It is head and shoulders above the amount of money that they can make. Now, there are some big things that impact-driven entrepreneurs trip over because they are so impact-focused. And it's really important that you understand mastering the fundamental principles of business. So this isn't just impact-driven entrepreneurs. Most entrepreneurs across the board actually get into business. They don't understand business. They don't understand the fundamental principles of business. I was certainly one of them. And it's called the entrepreneurial seizure. If you've ever read the E-Myth, then the term that is used in that book is having an entrepreneurial seizure. It's kind of like, oh, being an entrepreneur sounds like a really good idea. I'm just going to jump in, boots and all, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. And that is the vast majority of entrepreneurs. We are idealists, and we have big visions and big dreams that we don't necessarily know how to put together, but that's what makes us so unique. So in order to make your success inevitable, you need to master the fundamental principles of business. The second thing about impact-driven entrepreneurs is that you must balance the needs of others and your own needs and the needs of your business. Now, this might sound like, well, duh, of course. But the thing about impact-driven entrepreneurs, income-driven entrepreneurs do this naturally. So they understand that they need to serve, and they're following the general principles of make sales, make money. So you've got to sell something to make money. Hate to break it to you. But impact-driven entrepreneurs are different in that they tend to forget about their own needs altogether. It's kind of like their financial needs go right out the window, and the needs of their business go right out the window, because all they want to do is serve others. They are so passionate about serving others that they forget that a business is about making money. And it becomes, it's so unimportant to them that it gets forgotten altogether. And that is a big mistake. Why? Because unless your business is making money, you cannot serve to the highest potential. And the more money your business makes, the more that you can serve and the bigger the impact that you can make. So you must balance the needs of others and your own needs and the needs of your own business. I am not talking from a lack of experience here. I spent too long on the bad side of this equation. And I know how painful that can be. And I do not want you to go through the same thing. Or if you already have, then it's time to change that right now. And you need to rewire your brain about money, wealth, and abundance. So it's clearing out those limiting beliefs, fears, doubts, blocks about money, wealth, and abundance, rich people, and any limiting beliefs that you have about money and you have about yourself. That is incredibly important. It's about healing your relationship with money so you can receive money in abundance within this equation. It's all an equation. So, rule number 1, remember that you are infinitely powerful. I want you to sit with this right now. I want you to say to yourself, I am infinitely powerful. I am infinitely powerful. I want you to let this knowledge, this understanding, to go right to the very core of your being. I want this to be something that you embody physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I am infinitely powerful. You are infinitely powerful. You came from spirit. You were born as an extension of source. What is source if not infinitely powerful? Now, if you're an extension of that source energy, if you are spirit having a human experience, and spirit is connected to all that is, to the divine, to God, to the universe, to the omnipotent presence, then that power flows through you, which means you are infinitely powerful. So embody that, embrace that. Rule number 2, remember rule number 1. Think about that. If you embody the knowledge, the understanding that you are infinitely powerful, what changes for you? How do you show up? What are you willing and prepared to dream? What goals do you create? What vision do you have? If you are infinitely powerful, 100K in 100 days is like, yeah, like, of course. Because you have the capacity to create anything that you put your mind to. You are infinitely powerful. Just because you don't know how yet is irrelevant. Embody that, embrace that, be that, allow that to live through you in everything that you do, in how you show up every day, in the vision that you create for yourself, in the actions that you take, in the behaviors that you develop. Everything. Allow that to be the driving force of what you do moving forward from this point. So we have an elephant in the room. And that elephant is that our world is changing very, very fast. Our financial world and our financial system is changing very, very fast. We have a financial crisis unfolding. If you listen to all the financial gurus in the world, they're all saying that we are on the precipice of a recession. Some are even saying that we may be heading into a depression. Now, that's why it is so important that you take control of your financial future right now. The good news is that there are more millionaires made and billionaires made during recessions than at any other time. That has been throughout history. More people get rich during recessions and depressions than at any other time in history. Why? Because they are primed for opportunity. And why I'm very, very passionate about this right now is that we are seeing a massive transfer of wealth. Massive transfer of wealth. Over the last 3 years, we have seen the biggest wealth transfer in the history of the world. And it ain't being transferred to you and me right now. It is going to the top, at the very, very top. The rich are getting very, 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 very much richer. I think new billionaire was created like every 20 minutes in the United States or something during the last 3 years. It was insane. And the billionaires have more billions. They've multiplied their wealth. So they have been largely unaffected in the last 3 years in a bad way. They've actually much, much better off since the beginning of 2020. Now, do you feel like there's something wrong with that? What is up with that? Meanwhile, the middle class has been absolutely trashed, and the lower class, we shouldn't call them classes, but the workers have been, and the mum and dad entrepreneurs, they have been absolutely decimated. And of course, the poor, well, they're not getting it any easier by any stretch of the imagination. So this system is so faulty. It is so corrupt. It is set up to benefit those at the top, to gather more and more wealth. Now, I believe that we have the power to change that, which is why I am so passionate about empowering 100,000 impact-driven entrepreneurs, because if we we all have the same system to play with, but we need to play by different rules. Doesn't mean we have a lack of consciousness. It doesn't mean we aren't here to serve, but the system can serve us just as it serves somebody else, the people at the top. It's just that we're playing by the wrong rules. We're playing with the wrong consciousness. So the inconvenient truth about money. We know the system is rigged. The foxes are in the hen house. There is a lack of financial literacy and education. So it's really important that you educate yourself about money and the financial system and the way it works. And, you can go, Tony Robbins has a book about money. Robert Kiyosaki is incredible. He has Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a must for any entrepreneur to read. His other book that was recently released, Fake, is also a very, very good book. There are so many books about money and the monetary system. I highly recommend that you increase your financial literacy. One of the glaring things about our current education system is that they don't educate kids in financial literacy. Doesn't even rate a mention in most education systems. That is why so many have been trapped and enslaved by the system that has been created. And I honestly believe that is by design. So, but we have the power to change that. You have the power to change that. And as you change it for yourself, you help to change it for others too. Got to remember that money is auctioned to your business and to your cause, whatever it is that you are passionate about, whatever injustice you see in the world that you want to change. So without money, then you have a very much reduced capacity to make a difference in the world. And money is not the problem. I'll go back to that other statement. The answer to all your money problems is your wealth consciousness. It is your consciousness about money that is the problem. So that is the number one primary thing that you must attend to, is your money and wealth consciousness. And we can't just stick our heads in the sand and hope that it's all going to get better. That's just hopium, and it doesn't work. There are multiple things at play here. You've got to remember that everything is energy. So if we stick our heads in the sand and hope it's going to get better, it's not. That is playing into the hands of those who want to just get richer and richer and richer off our own backs. So we need to get real about where we're at and where we want to be, and get real about what it's going to take to get there. So it's time to really understand what it is that needs to change in your life to start getting the results that you really want. The world needs you to be wealthy. The world needs you to be wealthy. Why? Because I know that you have big dreams and an even bigger heart. I know that you want to make a difference in the world. I know that you care about people, about the planet. And that matters. We need more people who care about the planet, who care about the people on it, to be really wealthy. Because the more wealthy those people are, the more wealthy you are, the more good things happen in the world, the more we get to shape the world that we want, not be at the mercy of those who are already in control of everything. We have the power, but we need to use the resources that are available to us and not reject the resources that are available to us. We can make all the limiting decisions and criticisms and judgments about rich people and wealthy people and about money in the world, but who does that help? Certainly not helping you. It's certainly not helping all the people who could be benefiting from your gifts, your talents, your wisdom, your creativity, your amazing, the amazing things that you can do in the world. Nobody's benefiting from a lack and poverty consciousness. Nobody benefits from a lack and poverty consciousness. So are you ready to make that shift, to create the wealth consciousness, to do whatever it takes to create your reality and bring your dreams to life? Because that's what it's going to take. So this is pretty obvious, but most people don't really think about it. More money means more impact. So imagine right now if somebody gave you $1 million. Somebody gives you $1 million. What difference does that make to your life? I want you to suspend disbelief and just imagine that all of a sudden, from somewhere, you have an extra $1 million right now. Feels pretty good, right? Now that you have that extra $1 million, what are you going to do with it? Because it's not the money. The money's meaningless. It's what you do with the money that counts. You're going to upgrade your living standards, maybe go on a trip somewhere, maybe buy that luxury car that you've been dreaming of. Maybe you'll sort of give some money to your family or your friends. What kind of impact will that have on them? Maybe you have a lot less stress in your life because all the bills are paid and taken care of. You own your own home. You no longer have any debt hanging over your head. All of a sudden, you have certainty about your future. Big deal, right? Now that that's taken care of, what kind of impact can you have with the rest? Unless you spent the whole $1 million. And if you spent the whole $1 million, then drop another $1 million in there. Now, what kind of impact are you going to be able to have? Who else benefits from this money that you are attracting, creating, making through a business, through an entrepreneurial venture? How many people will benefit? Or is it animals that you are passionate about? How many animal charities will you be able to give to? Imagine writing a check for $100,000 to a charity that is near and dear to your heart, or a cause that is near and dear to your heart. What kind of impact would that make for the people or the animals, or maybe it's an environmental cause? How much of a difference would that make? It's a big deal. You have the ability to do that. The question is, do you want it? How bad do you want it? And what are you willing to do to make it happen? What are you willing to give up? And in that, I mean, are you willing to do the internal work to release your identity beliefs about yourself, to release all the beliefs that are holding you back and stopping you from achieving your dreams, your goals, your desires? We are talking about radical change here, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So you need to be prepared to make radical change. If you want radically different results, you need to be prepared to do something radical. It's important to remember that you cannot give from an empty cup. I love this analogy. I saw it when I was on a trip with millionaires and billionaires a few years ago. We were on a think tank. We were talking about all different kinds of things that we could do to impact the world and the different problems that were facing the world. And this was 5 years ago, so it was way before the whole 2020 debacle. The demonstration was somebody actually made this stack of champagne glasses, and what this represents is that if you are the one who is giving, then you put yourself at the top of this stack and you fill your cup first. And once your cup is filled to overflowing, guess what happens? The ability to impact others, the ability to make a difference changes dramatically. So it's important that you fill your cup up first. And one of the things that was said was, if you want to give $1 million, then you better be making $2 million. This is not just about you. Yes, it is about the wonderful lifestyle that you get to create for yourself. It's also about the impact that you get to make. Because once your cup is full to overflowing, you get to do amazing things in the world. And that is the most satisfying, fulfilling thing ever, to being able to impact others, be able to scale your impact and make a bigger difference. That is just, there is no other way to live life as far as I'm concerned, because making a difference in the lives of others is way more satisfying than buying that nice car. Way more satisfying. Don't get me wrong. I love my home. I live in paradise, and I love my home. But more than anything, I love being able to give to others in a way that I would not be able to if I hadn't created my business in the way that I have. So conscious business is the future. I absolutely believe that those businesses that are purely out to make profit are history in the new earth paradigm that we're moving into, in the fifth dimensional world that we are creating. So conscious business, their principles are people, planet, profit. So people first, planet second, profit third. It doesn't mean that profit isn't important, but it is the third part of the equation. People are more important. Planet is more important. Profit, the result of profit, comes after those first two considerations. Whereas business in the past don't care about the people, sure as hell don't care about the planet. They will do whatever it takes to make as much money as possible, regardless of the devastation that they leave in their wake. That is over. Businesses that have those kind of principles are done. In the future, we will see their collapse. And we have a really, really incredible opportunity right now to start a new entrepreneurial movement, a new business movement. And we are at the precipice of something huge here. Make no mistake, we are at the precipice of something really big. And we have the ability to create a massive transfer of wealth in the right direction. So let's look at being idealistic versus realistic. So yes, all entrepreneurs tend to be idealistic. It's one of our biggest flaws, and it's also one of our greatest gifts. So we have big visions. We want to do big things in the world, and we need to balance that out with being realistic. So having the big vision is amazing, is awesome. It is an incredible gift. If you think of all the people, the visionaries who have made a difference in the world, they had what seemed like unrealistic visions for what they could create. The only reason that we have things like smartphones and we have energy whereby we can flick a switch and the energy just, lights up our house or turns on our stoves or runs all our appliances, is because of idealistic entrepreneurs who had a vision for what they could create. And they made the impossible possible. But they had to balance it out with realistic action steps that they took. There is no point having the vision and the idea without balancing it with a realistic approach, knowing that you need systems, that you need people, that you need formulas, you need strategies. All of that is the realistic part that a lot of entrepreneurs fail to recognize, appreciate, and fail to implement, right? So have the big vision. Think big things, but balance it out with the realistic knowing that you actually have to put things in practice. And you have to have the right action steps in place. Building true wealth is not a spectator sport. If you want to sit on your sofa and do nothing all day long, then I highly doubt you will ever be able to create true wealth. True wealth is you've got to get in the game. You've got to get in the field. You've got to play, and you've got to play full out. It's playing to win instead of playing not to lose. There is a big difference. So you've got to have skin in the game, and you've got to be willing to take certain risks. And those are, we'll talk a little bit about what those are in a minute, but this is what entrepreneurs do. They get in the game, and building true wealth means you have to participate. This is a participatory endeavor. You can't do it if you're not willing to play full out. So this is where I really want you to participate right now. I want you to participate in your wealth creation. This is where change happens, right here, right? So I want you to take a minute or two and write down, what does thriving look like for you? Remember that intention you set right in the beginning? This is where the rubber meets the road. What does thriving look like for you? What's your dream? If you are thriving financially, what changes in your world? How do you feel? You wake up in the morning, you're thriving financially, you're thriving emotionally, your health is amazing. What does that look like for you? Second question, you can actually, if you write these questions down, you can go diving into them in more depth later, which I highly recommend that you do. But for the sake of brevity, because I will cover so much on this journey today. So who else will benefit from the money? Who else will benefit from your wealth? Think about the people you love first. How will they benefit from the wealth that you create? How much does that light you up when you think about changing the lives of your loved ones because of the wealth that you create? Then think beyond your loved ones. Think about the causes that break your heart, the injustices that you see in the world, the suffering that you just go, oh my God, that is so wrong. I really want to do something about that. And you are giving tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to those causes. This matters. It matters to your subconscious. Third question, what would wealth mean for you and for the cause that you champion? Or causes that you champion? What would wealth mean for you and for the cause or causes that you champion? Similar to the second question, but a little bit more specific. If you imagine going back to giving $100,000 to a charity or a cause and how that flows into the lives of those that you are impacting. So there's a charity or an organization called Kiva, and that organization gives $100 loans to I think it's $99 loans, but anyway, to women in third world countries to be able to start their entrepreneurial journey. It's just $100. That's it. But it's given as a loan. And they are helped to set up their entrepreneurial venture, because when they have their businesses thriving, then they are able to support their community. This is the way it works. Now, they pay that loan back, and I think 99% of those loans do get paid back. So the cycle continues. That money is then reinvested and given to somebody else. So you can imagine they're not just giving handouts, because that doesn't change anything. Handouts don't really change anything. By supporting these people to build their own income and then being able to help their community to thrive as a result, they are causing incredible change. So imagine if you were to give $100,000 to an organization like that. That is 1,000 microloans. 1,000 microloans that not only impact the initial person that money is loaned to, it then impacts 1,000 communities. How many people do you think are in those communities? Do you see how this can help to change the world? Your wealth can help to change the world. Maybe you want to give to charities that rescue animals. How many animals could potentially be saved as a result of a donation like that? Do you see the ripple effect? It goes far beyond what you could possibly imagine. So let's go through the 7 steps to 100K in 100 days. It's not rocket science, but you need to implement these 7 steps. So you know what the first thing is? Probably the most important thing. You need to decide. Nothing happens until you decide it's going to happen. Now, when you decide that you're going to make 100K in 100 days, you draw a line in the sand and you go, this is it. This is it. I am doing it. I am going to do it no matter what. You decide that you are going to do whatever it takes, take the action that you need, learn what you need to learn, put in the effort to make it happen. You decide that this is non-negotiable. The decision is a massive shift in your energy, in your mindset. Now, you make that decision today, and then you continue to make that decision every day. You continue to make that decision every hour of every day. This is non-negotiable. I am doing it. I'm doing the internal work to shift my limiting beliefs, my stories, my fears, whatever crap is going on in my brain and my subconscious, I'm deciding to get rid of that stuff. I'm deciding to learn the strategies that I need to implant. But I decide from this point forward that this is happening. Until you make that decision, everything else beyond that is irrelevant. The second step is to have the right vision. We've already spoken at length about that during this masterclass to date. So you need to have the right vision. So it's got to be in alignment with your core values. It's got to light you up. It's got to be something that is a part of your mission and your purpose. So the right vision that is aligned with who you truly are. Do you know who you truly are? Do you know how powerful you truly are? You're infinitely powerful, remember? So you've got to have the right vision for yourself and for the impact that you're going to make. If you are not aligned, if you are not congruent, when I say right vision, I mean congruent with who you truly are, then you're going to fall off the wagon. You're never going to follow through. So the vision needs to be bigger than you. Yeah, you can have the great lifestyle. You can have all the wonderful trappings of all the money that you're going to make. But there needs to be a cause that is bigger than you, a cause-driven vision. So any struggle that you have, any challenge that you face pales in insignificant with the vision. It's got to drive you forward. So the right vision. The right business vehicle. So this is the practical stuff. This is the realistic stuff, right? The vision is kind of idealistic the part of the idealistic of the equation. This is the realistic part. This is where we get down to the practical stuff that needs to happen. So you need to have the right business vehicle. Now, if you're going to make 100K in 100 days, it needs to be high ticket and high demand. Why? Because if you're selling a $100 product and your profit margin is only $50, then you need to sell 2,000 of those to make $100,000. Now, if your product is, say, $5,000, then you only need to sell 20 of those to make $100,000. Big, massive difference. And it's not, as long as you are solving a problem for somebody, it's not that much harder to sell a high-ticket item than it is to sell a $100 item. So you've got to have the right business vehicle. And high ticket, high demand. Got to have the right audience. If you are marketing to the wrong people, they're never going to buy your stuff. And as I said about 40 minutes ago, sales is a part of this equation. Sales is service. If you want to make money, then you have to be selling something. And when you are selling something that is of service to people, it is that is heart-centered business. It's heart-centered sales. So you've got to have the right audience, because if you are marketing or talking to the wrong audience, then you're never going to sell anything. Okay, so identify who your target audience is. You've got to have the right strategies and systems in place. And we're going to unpack this a little bit more in the next 50 minutes. But you must have the right strategies and the right systems. There are like infinite different strategies and systems that you can use. You need the right ones that are going to get you the most effective, most efficient progress, creating the income that you want. So it's being able to identify the right systems and the right strategies and then being able to implement them. This is so, so important. It is the right mindset. You need to have a can-do, no matter what, whatever it takes, unstoppable mindset. It's about clearing out those fears, doubts, limiting beliefs, the stories that it's not safe, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it, BS that is going on in your brain. The right mindset is absolutely key. And that is a work in progress. All of this is a work in progress. Okay, I'm going to get you to take a breath right now. Okay, take a deep breath and let it out. Because I suspect for many of you, you're kind of feeling a little bit overwhelmed right at this point in time. And that's why I said right in the beginning, take what you need. Take what you need because of where you're at to make progress. All you need to do at this point is to decide to make progress. So identify where you're at, where you want to be, and what you need right now to make progress. That's the most important thing. So developing the right mindset. And as I said, that is a constant evolution. We never get that done. And the seventh thing, of course, is the right action. What action steps are you taking? What habits are you developing? What behaviors are you adopting? And what action do you need to take to get from where you are to where you want to be? So right now, identify what is one thing that can get you closer to that goal. Somebody you need to talk to, a course that you need to take. Do you need more knowledge? Do you need more skill sets? Do you need to have somebody in your life who can help you to get from where you are to where you want to be? Do you need to write a plan? Failing to plan is planning to fail. Do you need to write a plan? Your plan is part of your systems and strategies. So what is one thing that you can do is going to make you progress today? And that's all you need to do every day is take action that gets you progress. And we tend to focus on doing all the wrong things because we prioritize the wrong things. If you make this a priority, then you will actually put aside all the things that are just doingness that doesn't make progress. So many people are they're exhausted because they're doing, but they're not actually making any progress. So it's all about choosing to do the right things to make the biggest progress. There's something called the Pareto principle, if you've never heard of it. The Pareto principle is the 80-20 rule. So 80% of your actions will get 20% of your results, and 20% of your actions will get 80% of your results. So it's identifying the 20% that will get the biggest get you to make the biggest progress. That's what's really important. So it's the right action. So here's another place where you get to participate. And I'm going to race through these pretty quickly. But it's identifying what problem do you solve. So remember, I said that sales is service. So it's identifying what problem you solve. What is it that you're selling? Because people don't want to buy your stuff. They don't want to buy your service. What they want is a solution to a problem. And they're only going to spend money if they know that you can provide the solution that they need to the problem that they have. So they need to be in pain of some description before they come and spend money with you. So what problem do you solve? And this is a critical question because most people actually don't understand the problem they solve. For instance, a personal trainer might say, oh, well, the problem I solve is I help people to lose weight. Well, yes. And the weight is a problem for people, but why is it a problem? It's a problem because maybe they're sick. Maybe they've got illnesses as a result of them being overweight. So their lifestyle is affected. They can't live life to the fullest. Maybe they feel if a woman is overweight, maybe she feels ashamed and embarrassed about her weight. And she can't find clothes that she can fit into and feel beautiful anymore. Maybe she can't be with her kids or her grandkids in the way she would like to be. They're the problems she has as a result of the weight. So the problem that the personal trainer solves is helping them to live life to the fullest, is helping them to play with their kids or their grandkids in a way that they haven't been able to for years. Maybe it's being free from pain. Maybe it's being able to fit into that little black dress and finally feel sexy for the first time in forever. That's the problem that they solve. Do you picking up what I'm putting down? So identify the problem that you solve. Identify the pain that your client is in. Who is your ideal client? For a personal trainer, if their focus is helping people to lose weight, then their ideal client is overweight, and their ideal client is unhappy that they're overweight. So identify who your ideal client is. What are their psychographics? What are their demographics? If you're feeling overwhelmed right now, take a breath. It's okay. You can do this. I know you can do this. Remember, you are infinitely powerful. You can do this. You can do anything. Who is your ideal client? Identify who your avatar is, because you're going to need to communicate with them, and you're going to need to communicate with them effectively to prove to them that you understand their pain and that you have the solution to their problem. What's your message? This is really, really important. What is your message to your perfect ideal client? This all comes down to your marketing. Your message needs to be succinct. It needs to get attention. One of the most important commodities in business is getting people's attention. So your message needs to get their attention. It needs to cut through all the noise, all the busyness of their life. It needs to get their attention. It needs to communicate a very clear message that stops them in their tracks and goes, wait a minute, what? Excuse me? So what is your message? If you could communicate one thing to your client that would help them to understand that you have the solution to their problem, what would that be? What is a message that would change their life if they completely understood at the very essence and core of the message? If they could understand that, what is one thing that you could say that would change their life? This is important stuff. This is like the foundation of everything to you making not just 100K in 100 days. 100K in 100 days is just the beginning. That is the beginning. If you can make 100K in 100 days, you can make $1 million in a year. If you can make $1 million in a year, you can make $10 million in 5 years or 3 years. This is just the beginning. What's your offer? So remember I spoke about having high ticket. So what is your offer? What is a no-brainer? What is the making them an offer so ridiculous that they just can't refuse? What's your call to action? So remember I said just a couple of minutes ago that attention is one of the most important things in business, right? Attention, getting people's attention. Once you have their attention and you're communicating your message, what's your call to action? What do you want them to do next? Now, in the business model that I'm going to share with you in a minute, which is not going to be a revelation, by the way, but it is the fastest way to create wealth. It's about relationship marketing. This is all about relationship marketing and building a relationship with your audience, because people don't want to buy your stuff. They seriously do not want to buy your stuff. They don't want to buy your service. They don't want to buy your product. So by building a relationship and using systems and strategies to build a relationship with your audience so they know, like, and trust you, You then make a call to action. What is the next step for them with you? And actually, the first step is a call to action in that join my community or listen to this testimonial or read this free report, or what is your next call to action? It's all in your systems and your strategies. What marketing strategies will you use? Your marketing strategy is all about communicating your message to your ideal client. There are so many marketing strategies out there. So what marketing strategies will you use? You don't have to answer all these questions right now, by the way. Please don't even try. I'm giving you the formula for you to be able to do this over 6 months, over 12 months. And for you to be able to do this in the next 100 days. Yes, you can condense the time that you make $100,000. These are the questions that you are going to have to answer, and you will continue to answer as your business evolves, as you get to $1 million and then you go to $10 million. Same questions. What action steps, strategies, and systems do you need to implement to achieve 100K in 100 days? You will not know the whole equation. You can't. It's impossible. Don't even try. But you will at least need to give these questions space and real estate in your mind. These questions need to take up real estate in your brain for you to get to 100K in 100 days. So start where you're at, use what you have, do what you can. So what action steps can you take right now? Think about what strategies and systems you need to implement to achieve 100K in 100 days and start putting it together. This is all a work in progress. Now, here is a very, very powerful question. I use this with my clients. What's slowing you down, holding you back, and stopping you from achieving 100K in 100 days? This is about shifting your mindset. What's slowing you down, holding you back, and stopping you from achieving 100K in 100 days? Take a screenshot of this if you need to and come back to it. This is the action that you need to take to create the results that you want. Okay. Unlocking your divine wealth blueprint. So every single person on the planet has a divine wealth blueprint. So many of the programs that I see out there, they're like quick cookie cutter things that you just do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Bam, bam, thank you, man, you have wealth. Well, forgetting that there are 7 billion people on the planet, each and every single individual person has their unique gifts and talents. They have their unique view of the world. They have their own history and story and experiences that they bring. Everything about you is unique. The package that is you is unique. So you have a unique divine wealth blueprint. What is it that you bring to the world that nobody else does? This is important. This matters. So the first thing is to know thyself. Know who you truly are. Know your gifts, your talents, your unconscious competence, your core values, your core genius. What knowledge do you have? What experiences? What skills? All of this is important for unlocking your divine wealth blueprint. Know thyself. Socrates said it. It's 2 words. It is literally the key to your future. Know thyself. Know how valuable you are. Know how brilliant, how amazing. Know that you are unstoppable. Know that you are infinitely powerful. Know that you are spirit having a human experience. Know that you are divine. Know that you have everything within you to achieve anything that you put in your mind to. Know thyself. Critical to your future, critical to your achievements, critical to your goals and dreams. Know thyself. Make that your mission, your quest. Believe in yourself. Believe in your ability to achieve anything that you put your mind to. Believe that you are worthy. Believe that you deserve it. Believe that you are bigger than any challenge you will ever face. Believe that you are special, that you are amazing, that you are beautiful. Believe in yourself. If you believed in yourself 1,000%, what would change? And if you don't have that level of belief yet, surround yourself with people who will believe in you until you believe in yourself enough. And this, again, is a work in progress. But start right now by deciding that you are going to build the belief and the confidence in yourself that supports you to achieve anything that you put your mind to. So I want you to suspend disbelief again for a minute and think about your big vision, your big goal, your big dream. If you have the self-belief and the self-confidence in your ability to achieve it, what changes? Do you take different actions? Do you show up differently? If you have that belief and confidence in your ability to achieve your goal and your vision, even when you are facing the biggest challenges and you feel like, oh my Lord, what am I going to do here? Which will happen. If you believed in yourself and you backed yourself, what would change? What would you do differently? What happens when you believe in yourself 100%? Everything changes when you have that level of self-belief and self-confidence. If you think about the people who are high achievers in the world, what is their energy like? What is their presence like to somebody who's really feeling crushed by life? Their presence is completely different, isn't it? And what is so magnetic about them is the fact that they have that level of belief and confidence. Belief and confidence is so sexy. It is so attractive. And when you believe in yourself and you can communicate your message in a way that has that level of belief and confidence, all of a sudden, people have belief and confidence in you because you display that belief and confidence. It's a game changer. It is an absolute game changer. Get in alignment, get congruent. That goes back to your values, what matters to you, your purpose on this planet. And don't get lost in, oh my God, I don't know what my purpose is. That will unfold. If you don't know what your purpose is, then just think about what matters to you. What is most important to you? That's your values. So get in alignment. Get tuned in, tapped in, and turned on, as Esther Hicks would say. So identify what's important to you and get in alignment. And you will know when you're out of alignment because you just feel off. Things don't feel right. So what is it that you love? What is it that breaks your heart? What difference do you want to make in the world? Get fully in alignment with who you truly are. Know thyself and get in alignment with that and take action from that place. And this is where a lot of people get tripped up with, yes, you need to have a wide array of successful people who you listen to, because you will take bits and pieces from each and every one of them. Not any one single person has all the answers. But when you take bits and pieces that really resonate with you from each and every one of those experts that you devote your time to following, and then you put that into your own magical formula, that's alignment. So identify what resonates with you, identify what doesn't resonate with you. Very important. Follow your passion and your purpose. The saying is follow your bliss. So the reason this is important is because when you are passionate about what it is that you're doing, all the dramas and the challenges and the problems that you face, because you will face them, the whole journey to success and building true wealth is a series of failures. It is a series of failures. Failure is feedback. Failure is an essential part of the process, but temporary failure. So you take action, it doesn't work out. You fail to get the result that you want. That's okay. What's the lesson? What's the learning? You take more action. This is the boring part of success. You decide on what it is that you're going to do. You decide on what action you're going to take. You take the action. You analyze the result. You adjust your approach, and then you take more action. That is the cycle of success. It is the cycle of success for every single person on the planet. Nobody gets out of that equation. And it can be boring AF at times, but it is the equation. It is how this whole thing works. So why you need to do what you're passionate about, because if you wake up every single morning loving what you are going to do that day, that is what will fuel your success. If you wake up every day hating what you're going to do that day, what is the likelihood that you are going to give it 1,000%? But if you could do something that lights you up every single day, how will you show up? Regardless of whether you're getting paid or whether you're not getting paid, because the payment stuff comes later. The payment stuff comes as a result of the action that you take. So if you are doing it with passion, with enthusiasm, and you're pouring that energy into it, because everything is energy, and you're pouring this passion and this enthusiasm and this excitement into what it is that you do and your vision and bringing your vision to life, what changes? Everything changes. Get in alignment. Get and follow your passion, follow your bliss. Leverage your superpowers. I've spoken about these multiple times. Your gifts, your talents, your knowledge, your experience, your skill sets, the thing that is uniquely you, your core genius, your unconscious competence, the things that you play at that other people have to work at. They are your superpowers. Know them, identify them, leverage them like your life depends on it. Inject them into whatever equation you decide to follow. It will accelerate your progress like nothing you've ever seen. So what is it that you love to do? And how do you love to spend your time? What do you love to learn about? What do you love to talk about? They're your passions, and they're a part of your superpowers. Okay, very quickly, the 5 steps to financial freedom. I know other people who have heard this equation say this has been a game changer for them. So sometimes the idea of achieving financial freedom is a quantum leap, and this is why you need to break it down into steps. So the first step is, Sorry, just had to cough there. A little bit of water. I'm drinking water. A little bit of water went down the wrong way. So the first step is having financial confidence. This means that you are confident that you have all your bills paid. That you, like, if you're at that point right now where you are stressed to the max about the fact that you don't have enough money at the end of your month, that you don't have enough money to pay your bills, then that is sucking so much of your brain power, your creativity, your energy, your ability to focus on creating something magical. So the first step is to create financial confidence, to have enough money coming in that you know that all your obligations are met, your bills are paid, everything. You can take a breath and go, right, I'm confident that I've taken care of all my financial responsibilities. The second step is financial security, knowing that if the whole world imploded and everything went to poo, that you would have at least 6 months of financial backup to know that you have time to sort something out and to create an income that would be able to support the lifestyle that you've created. So financial security, having that backup, knowing that, right, okay, even if it all goes pear-shaped, I'm good. Do you know that something like 80% of people in the United States, and I would say that means Australia and the UK as well, 80% of people they're living paycheck to paycheck. Even 6-figure earners, 80% of them are living paycheck to paycheck. That's insane. That's all to do with wealth consciousness. And there's no financial security. That is massive stress. There is no creative ability. It's unlikely you're going to have a lot of brain real estate available for ingenuity, for creativity, when you are living paycheck to paycheck. Because what happens if that you get interrupted, your current income gets interrupted? So financial security is the next step. Financial independence, meaning that you are not dependent on a third party for your income. So if you have a job right now, then you are reliant upon maintaining that job and that income from that source. If that source ceases to provide you with an income, then you're financially stuffed, which means you don't have financial independence. So that's why I'm passionate about helping people to create income through entrepreneurial ventures and creating multiple streams of income. So financial independence requires multiple streams of income. So if something happens to one stream of income, you have other streams of income that can come in and support you or can grow to be able to create the income that you need to replace this other income that just ended, right? Or you have more than enough coming in that if one stops, it's kind of like, meh, not a big deal. I will shift and pivot and put my focus on these other streams of income and ramp those up to replace that. And you can do that quickly. So financial independence, you are not reliant on a third party for your income, for all your income. So financial abundance, this is where your cup is overflowing and you have more than enough money to fund the lifestyle that you want, that you have no debts, that you have sources of income that are absolutely thriving, and you have an abundance of resources to be able to live your life no matter what the global economy is doing. And that financial abundance is set up in a way that you are not necessarily participating in all of the income that's happening. And this is creating leverage, right? So you're making money 24/7 and you are not selling your time for dollars, and you have an abundance of money coming in from multiple sources. And then number 5 is the financial freedom. So financial freedom is obviously where the abundance is just multiplied and you are set and sorted for the rest of your life. If you stopped doing whatever it is that you're doing, you would never have to worry about your finances ever again. You are financially free. You can go where you want, do what you want with no limits on your lifestyle or the choices that you make. So the question is, how much is that for you? Because it's different for everybody. So the first thing I want you to do is take a few minutes, or take 30 seconds. I'll give you 30 seconds right now. You can do this later if you need to. Think about, how much do you need to create financial confidence and remove all the stress from your life? How much do you need coming in on a regular basis to give you financial confidence? Don't think about it too much. You know your life. You should have a pretty good idea of what it would take to create financial confidence. How much would it take to create financial security? How much backup would you need to go, you know what? I'm right for 6 months, or I'm good for 12 months. I'm good. I'm financially secure. Even if I stopped doing everything right now, I'd be good for the next 6 to 12 months. How much for financial independence? So you are not reliant on any external sources or external parties for your income. How much would give you that sense of, I am actually independent from whatever is happening out there? You're independent from global financial situations. How much do you need to feel financially abundant? That your cup is filled to overflowing, that you have so much in the array of resources that you feel abundant. What is that number for you? And then what is the financial freedom number for you? So write a number beside each of those. So you have a target. You need a target, right? And then what strategies will you use to achieve each step? So if you've already achieved financial confidence and financial security, what are the strategies that you will use to achieve financial independence? If you're not at financial confidence yet, what strategies will you use to achieve financial confidence? Remember, you are infinitely powerful. You are capable of creating anything that you put your mind to. Take a breath and release it. So this is about getting realistic about where you are at right now, and you want to ultimately create financial abundance and financial freedom. So not until you get realistic about where you're at, and you get realistic about the actions that it needs to take to get you to where you want to be, do you have the power to actually create this change in your life. And by breaking it down, you have something tangible to aim for. Because once you hit financial confidence, then you have, as I said, a lot more brain capacity, a lot more real estate to focus on creating financial security. Once you have financial security, oh my goodness, you have so much more financial, ability to create financial independence. It's breaking this down into each step and recognizing how much you need that gives you a target. Okay, again, you can come back to this later. 90% of success is mindset. I actually think it's more like 92 to 96%. This is the belief systems. Do you have belief systems and thought patterns and habits and behaviors that support your success? If not, you need to develop them. So 90% of success is mindset. You need to be working more on your mindset than on anything else. Absolutely critical. You can have the best business model in the world. You can have the best strategies in the world. You can have your audience absolutely nailed. You can have the right action plan in place. If you have the same formula, you can be fully in alignment. You can take all of those elements and give them to two different people. And one person has a crap mindset, another person has a rock solid, unstoppable mindset. What do you think the outcome is going to be? Same formula, same set of parameters. The one with the mindset that is absolutely doesn't believe in themselves, they have They have all these fears and doubts and lack of self-confidence, lack of self-worth. The other person has an unstoppable can-do, no matter what it takes, attitude, mindset. They're ready to rock and roll. What is the difference going to be? It's a pretty simple answer, right? So you've got to work on your mindset. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. So the vast majority of people are like, oh, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the energy, I don't have the resources, I don't know enough, I'm not enough. If you continue to argue for those limitations, which are just stories, these are belief systems, and a belief system is just a thought that you think over and over and over and over. So if you continue to argue for these beliefs and for your limitations, you get to keep them. So what needs to shift in your mindset for you to step into that infinite power, for you to take the action that you need to take, for you to back yourself 100%, for you to believe that you will achieve the outcome that you want to achieve? I've been absolutely going at you with this for 90 minutes. Come back and take a breath. You are infinitely powerful. Say to yourself, I am infinitely powerful. Hear these words to the very core of your being. Allow it to integrate into the very essence of who you are. You are infinitely powerful. What changes in you? Can you feel the chemical change when you go, I am infinitely powerful? Can you feel the shift? It's a game changer. It changes everything. How to unlock the infinite power within you. Number one, connect with spirit. Make spirit your partner in everything. You are not alone. You are never alone. Spirit is always there with you, for you, guiding you, supporting you, showing you the way. Remember who you truly are. Banged on about that enough. Remember that you are infinitely powerful. Remember that you are spirit having a human experience. Remember that you are capable of achieving anything that you put your mind to. Remember that you were born worthy of living in a life of abundance. Remember that you are an abundant being living in an abundant world. Remember who you truly are. Clear your limiting beliefs, fears, and doubts. If you're in my community, you know that I love a technique called EFT Tapping, or emotional freedom technique, which helps to rewire the brain and rewire it fast. What you need is the right target. So you need to identify the limiting belief or the imbalance in your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. You need maybe the experience that is causing the disruption in your field. Whatever the disruption in your field is, you need to identify it to be able to clear it. And you can do that with EFT. There's a vast variety of techniques that will able to help you to clear these limiting beliefs, fears, and doubts. The reason I love EFT tapping so much is because it's so simple to learn. You can do it anywhere and everywhere, and you can use it yourself. If you think about all these NLP practitioners, and believe me, I paid for NLP courses and I never finished them, which was a bit dumb, really. But that just never spoke to me, to be honest with you. But NLP is incredibly powerful, but you need a facilitator. You need to keep going back to the NLP practitioner all the time. Whereas, yes, I work with clients and I use EFT with my clients, but EFT is an empowering tool that they can actually use themselves, and they can be independent of me eventually to continue to get the results that they want. So reinforcing positive beliefs. So if you have a limiting belief that is stopping you, what is the opposite of that will support you? So identify the positive beliefs that you want to replace the limiting beliefs, and then you can use tapping to actually put them in place. I often do within my community, if you've seen my videos, I will often do tapping on the negative and then do tapping on the positive. Be committed to change. Nothing happens, nothing changes unless nothing changes. So you've got to be committed to the change in yourself, the change in the actions that you take, the change in your behaviors, the change in the actions that you take. Just, you've got to be committed to change. It's like, if you're not committed to change, then you're not committed to your vision. If you're not committed to change, you're not committed to 100K in 100 days. If you're not committed to change, then nothing will ever happen. Because to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result is the definition of insanity. So you've got to be committed to change. And that is uncomfortable for most people. That is why their lives never change, is because making the change is so uncomfortable. It is the fear of the unknown. Look for evidence to validate the belief I am infinitely powerful. So look around you at what you have already created. If you have a mess right now, then that's okay. Take responsibility for that. But look at the amazing things that you have created in your life. Look at the incredible experiences that you did create. Look at the best times of your life. You created those. Yeah, you might have created the shit show that you have right now as well. Because remember, taking radical responsibility. But at the same time, you have created some incredible things. You're here today because you have overcome challenges in your life already. Multiple, no doubt. So see that as evidence that you are infinitely powerful. I can guarantee you, you have overcome things that other people are still struggling with. So look for evidence to validate the belief that I am infinitely powerful. Oops. All right, so let's do this quickly because it's not a revelation. It's there for everybody, but I want to quickly unpack this for you. Sorry, I just keep having to take sips of water. So the number one business vehicle to building wealth fast. Online business, baby. Told you it wasn't exactly revelation. And here's why. Low startup costs. If you look at traditional business compared to online business, there is no comparison. You do not have to be a multi-millionaire to start up an online business. You can work from anywhere, anytime. The ultimate in time and money freedom is having an online business. You have a global audience with over 7 billion people on the planet, and something like 60% of them have access to the internet on a regular basis. All of them are your potential audience. Not all of them are your audience, but all of them are your potential audience. So there's literally no limit on the amount of people who you could serve through an online business. There are an abundance of business models. There is no end to the number of business models that you can use to create your wealth, and income stream. Fast and effective delivery, whether you're selling something physical or whether you're delivering an actual digital product or something that you can deliver through the online space. One is, okay, so you might have to wait a couple of weeks if you're shipping stuff internationally, but it's still pretty fast and effective with the delivery systems that we have right now, or with a digital product or something that is delivered through the online space. It's pretty much instant. People can buy it and get instant gratification. So very fast and effective delivery, massive leverage. I mentioned this about 20 minutes ago, in that leverage is using infrastructure and different systems to be able to extract yourself from the business model. So this is leverage is things like, if you think in terms of a traditional business, leverage is the employees that you have, because they're doing the work that you don't have to do to make you more money. It's the infrastructure or the buildings that you have. It is this point of sale, having the point of sale that is able to make sales for you, or the thing that people use to make the sales. In an online business, leverage is things like a website or a landing page that is there 24/7 for people to be able to access anytime, anywhere in the world. It is the email system, the automated email system or customer relationship management system that you have set up, that when somebody comes into your community, you are constantly building that know, like, and trust relationship marketing by emailing them with stuff that is valuable. It's got to be of value to them, right? You don't want to be pitching them all the time. It is your sales systems and process that you then bring people into to get them to buy stuff from you. And all of this is incredible leverage, and there is no limit to the amount of leverage you can have with an income, with an online business. You can make money 24/7, and zero limits on your income and your impact. Zero limits. So, well, even though there are 7 billion people in the planet, if your particular product or service could impact 7 billion people, then potentially you could not just sell them one product, you could sell them 2 products. So even if you sold to every single person on the planet, which highly unlikely, anything's possible, but highly unlikely, even if you sold whatever it is that you have to every single person on the planet, you could then sell them something else. And you can then sell them something else. And you can then sell them something else. So you see, there is literally zero limits on the income and the impact that you can have with an online business. This is exciting. And you can have multiple streams of income. Rinse and repeat. Once you've done it once, you can do it again. It's a no-brainer. Having an online business is an absolute no-brainer. Online business vehicles, again, really quickly. E-commerce, affiliate marketing. E-commerce is just selling stuff online. You can sell t-shirts, create t-shirts and sell them online. Get onto Fiverr, get onto a graphic designer and design 10 t-shirts, put them up on there's multiple, I can't even think of them now, but there's multiple platforms whereby you can put up a t-shirt for sale and they can print them on demand, and you can make money selling t-shirts. You can make money selling soy candles. There is no limit to the amount of stuff people will buy, let me tell you. So e-commerce, huge, massive industry. Affiliate marketing. This is where you don't have to source the product. You don't have to create the product. You actually market somebody else's product. They created the product. They give you, they probably give you the marketing tools for the product. They do the fulfillment. They do the support. They do everything. They do the websites, all of that. They do all of it. And you get a commission for each and every sale. So affiliate marketing is a great place because there is no limit to the amount of products that you can have. And once you set yourself up in affiliate marketing, you can rinse and repeat over and over and over and over and have so many different affiliate products. So that is a real game changer for a lot of people. Online education, this is exploding. People are moving away from traditional education, going to universities. They are getting online education, and there's just, people want to learn stuff. So whatever knowledge, skills, experience you have, you can teach that, and there will be people who want to learn it. Coaching and consulting, also exploding. People are recognizing that they need support, assistance, guidance. They need to be able to bounce something off. They need somebody who's keeping them accountable. They need, when they get stuck, they need help to overcome their issues. And there's coaching and consulting in relationships, in business, in finance, in health, whatever your passion is, you can get into coaching and consulting. It's all about how you package up your experience, your expertise, and your knowledge. Investing and trading, this is obviously very specific. And if you want to get into investing and trading, then get some online education on how to get into the investing and trading space. If that's something that really lights you up, remember to do something you're passionate about. Professional services. So even now we have telemedical services. Like if you can deliver the medicine and medical services online, then there's pretty much just about every professional service you can deliver online. Any other kind of service? So I guess if you are fixing cars, or if you're a panel beater, or if you're a massage therapist, then delivering that service online, not possible. You can certainly acquire the customers through the online space, but actually delivering the service is not going to happen. What knowledge do you have as a car mechanic or as a massage therapist that you can then have? You could have products that, because of your knowledge and expertise, you could stock products online that you sell to people all over the world that help them to achieve the outcome that that they want to achieve in your area of expertise. MLM and network marketing. This is a booming industry as well. And while it has had a bit of a bad rap because of some bad players and some bad practices, it's an industry. I was listening to actually a lady in a network marketing business that I am actually a part of. It's called Healy. And I was a little bit gobsmacked. This lady has made $60 million in sales in the Healy company. It was like, wow. So she has created a lifestyle beyond her wildest dreams in network marketing, and she does it with soul. She's an incredibly soul-focused individual who is really focused on helping to change people's lives and help to change the world at the same time. So you've got to have the right product, the right company, the right team, the right mindset, and the right compensation plan to be able to create success in network marketing. But it's a great business model. It's an incredible business model when it's done right. All of these things have to be done right. Okay, so we have the perfect storm in that with everything that has happened in the last 3 years, people are looking for alternative sources of income. Like you're here right now. You're looking to go, well, how can I make 100K in 100 days? Well, the online space is absolutely exploding. We have seen traditional businesses tank because of the crisis that unfolded, and we have a financial crisis unfolding, whereas the online space has continued to expand, and it has expanded exponentially in the last 3 years, and it is not stopping. So there is space, massive space for you to take an enormous chunk of this pie if you are willing to do the work and set it up right. And Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to earn money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Is that acceptable to you? If it's not, then you need to get on this train, because this train is moving, and it's moving fast. And it can get you to your destination really, really quickly if you're willing to put in the work. So getting started, start where you're at. I said this before, start where you're at, use what you have, do what you can. I don't care where you're at right now. I don't care if you've never even considered an online business. I don't care. You are capable of learning anything, of achieving anything, of implementing anything. You're capable of it all. But start where you're at, use what you have, do what you can. I have just given you basically an entire formula to not only start your business, but be able to build it, grow it, scale it indefinitely. Everything that I've shared with you today is a foundation that will serve you indefinitely for years and years and years and years to come. I've given it all to you right here. Just start where you're at, use what you have, do what you can. Healing your relationship with money. Identify your conflicts with money. Identify the limiting decisions you have made about money, about wealth, about wealthy people, about yourself and your deservingness, your self-worth. This little thing that says, I am not enough, time to heal that, because it is affecting your relationship with money. So you need to first identify what conflicts you have with money. Then you need to release those fears, limiting beliefs, and lack of self-worth. As I said earlier, EFT tapping is so, so powerful. And being a part of my community, you have access to an entire library of tapping videos that will help you to release those fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs that are stopping you from making the progress you want to make, to creating the new you, to becoming the person you need to be to achieve the results that you want. You have access to that free library. It's free. All you need to do is dedicate the time and make the decision that you're going to change the internal dialogue around money, wealth, abundance, and success. Creating new empowering beliefs. Again, EFT tapping. A lot of my tapping has the negative and the positive. Align wealth with your core values. So, particularly as an impact-driven entrepreneur, wealth and money will not be one of your top values. But say, for instance, contribution is one of your top values. Then align money with contribution. Recognize that you can make more of a contribution when you have $1 million or $2 million or $10 million. You can make a much bigger impact and you can make a bigger contribution. If family is one of your top 3 core values, then align money with family. How will you take care of your family better when you have a lot more money? If health is one of your top core values, then think about how much the health practices that you can implement in your life that you're not implementing right now as a result of having more money. If spirituality or consciousness, what spiritual retreats can you go on when you have more money to be able to expand your consciousness and your spirituality? Align money with your top core values to be able to build that wealth consciousness. Okay, this is what you do now. I know I'm going fast, but we've been here almost 2 hours, and I know I have dumped a whole lot on you. Breathe. Just breathe. Okay. Next, what's your vision? Write these down. What's your vision? What's your plan? What's your strategy? Who's on your team? Nothing big was ever achieved alone. So who do you need on your team to help you to get from where you are to where you want to be? Who do you need supporting you to achieve your great big grand vision? What's your vision? What's your plan? What's your strategy? Who's on your team? Okay, so today I have given you the answer to all your money problems. That should be. That was wealth consciousness. How to make wealth and success inevitable. I gave you the formula for that. I gave you the 7 steps to 100K in 100 days. The number 1 business model to build wealth fast. The 5 steps to financial freedom. How to heal your relationship with money. And I'm yet to tell you the secrets to unlocking the secrets of the universe. I do hope you feel that your time has been well spent here. Now, I know that I have literally delivered to you a 5-day course within 2 hours. So what do you do with all of this? You unpack it. You start where you're at. You use what you have. You do what you can. You identify what you need right now to make progress. Out of everything that I've shared with you, what do you need the most to make progress? And just do that. And just acknowledge every day when you've made progress that you have taken a step toward your goal, your vision, your dream, your future, your freedom. You are just one decision away from 100K in 100 days. You are just one decision away from 100K in 100 days. You need to decide. What decision are you going to make next? So I'm going to share with you, if you feel that I can help you to get from where you are to where you want to be, and you would like to know how that will work. And after that, I'm then going to share with you the secrets to unlocking how to unlock the secrets of the universe. So number 1, you need to decide. Get clear on your dream. Decide on your business model. Identify what you need to help you achieve your dreams. Create a plan. And take massive action. So get clear on your dream. Decide on the business model. Identify what you need to help you achieve your dreams. Create a plan. And take massive action. Now, Remember I said who's on your team? You can go the slow way or you can go the fast way. The slow way is to unpack all of this yourself and struggle and fail your way forward yourself. And I know that you have the ability to do that and to get there. But it is going to be the slow way. Or you can go the fast way and you can book a strategy session with me if you are ready to explore the different options that I have in my coaching programs to be able to work with me. Now, there are only a handful of spots available. So if you want to book a call with me and chat about how I can help you to achieve your great big grand vision, then I would book quickly because there's going to be a lot of people watching this replay and those spots tend to fill up fast. On a 30-minute call, I will help you in 3 ways. I will help you to get clear on your vision for your future if you're not clear yet. I will help you to uncover and unlock your divine wealth blueprint, and I will work with you to create a strategic action plan to help to get you from where you are to where you want to be. If that is of value for you, then book this call with me now. And then after I have done that, we will talk about my coaching programs and what might be a good fit for you. So if working with me is the right course of action, it may not be. And if it's not the right course of action right now, then I can point you in the right direction of the actions that you need to take, and even point you in the right direction of somebody who can better help you, because I can't help everybody. So, and I'm not the right fit for everybody. But if that is something that you want to explore, then please book a call with me. Any questions that you have, if you are live, then you can ask them right now. The secrets of the universe. Okay, flow, not hustle. How do you get into a state of flow? You get congruent. You get aligned. You get tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. You follow your bliss. You follow your passion. And you follow the breadcrumbs that the universe leaves for you. You take inspired action. So it's not just getting up every day and grinding and hustling. That is a very left brain male approach to success. That is not what I'm about. I do believe in hard work. I work hard in my business. I love working hard in my business. But I come from a state of flow, from inspiration, from working in partnership with the universe, from being in that place of divine love and passion and gratitude. And it's a very humble place to be in, and it will accelerate your journey no end. These are the secrets to the universe. Getting in a state of flow, getting congruent, getting in alignment, getting into the vortex, as Abraham Hicks would call it, getting into the vortex, and then partnering with the universe. So recognizing that the universe is the most powerful force that you have, that is working with you 100% of the time to help you to achieve your goals and dreams, 100% of the time. So make a conscious decision to work with the universe every minute of every day to achieve the results that you desire, to make your big vision, your big dream a reality. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla. Everything is energy. Everything is frequency. And that is powerful knowledge, because it means that everything is fluid. Everything can change instantly, overnight. When you recognize that every single thing in the planet is energy, frequency, and vibration. If it's not solid, then it can change in an instant. And imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress and giving birth to evolution. Einstein. If anybody knew how this universe works, it was Einstein. So visualization, having representation of your goals, your dreams in a visual context in your world, in your reality. So either visualizing and running your goals and your dreams and identifying with it and pouring your heart and soul into it so you actually feel the achievement of those goals, very important. having a vision board where you can see a visual representation, creating a mind movie whereby you actually create this little movie. There's a software called Animoto, Animoto, where you pay for it and you can create your own videos. You can use that to create a mind movie that you watch every day that actually gets you in the space of knowing that you have achieved your goal at some point in the future. So, unlocking the secrets of the universe. This is my final slide. Getting absolutely clear on what it is that you want to achieve. Being relentlessly focused on your vision. Focus on your dreams. Forget about your problems. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your vision. No matter what, you must stay focused on where you are going, not any problem or challenge that feels like it's going to absolutely crush you. That's rubbish. There is nothing, there is no problem or challenge that can stop you from achieving your goal or dream. It might feel like it can, but it can't, because you are bigger than any problem you will ever face. You are bigger than any problem or challenge you will ever face. The art of becoming. So this is a journey. Embrace the journey. You become the person you need to be, and you make progress every single day. And every single day you make progress, you are becoming the person you need to be to achieve your great grand vision, whatever that might be. So commit to the becoming. And you are a human being, not a human doing. So it is your state of being that will help you to get the results that you want. It is being unstoppable. It is being inspired. It is being an action taker. So who are you being that is supporting achieving your results? And my favorite, the one that I made up, trust, relax, allow, lean in, let go. So while you are taking action, you must trust that you have the ability to achieve anything you put your mind to. You must trust that what you want wants you. You must trust that whatever your vision is, it has already been achieved. You must trust in your capabilities, your power, your knowledge, your capacity to bring your vision to life. Relax, allow. The art of allowing, Abraham Hicks, allow, lean into what it is that you want to recreate. Just keep leaning in every day, leaning in every day, leaning in, and let go. Let go of the outcome. Let go of your fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs. Let go of the stories that are telling you that it's not safe, you're not good enough, you don't deserve it. Let go of the blocks. Now, that is easier said than done, because we are a hardwired being. But that's why I recommend those tools, those techniques like EFT tapping, and I do lots of other coaching techniques with my clients to be able to let go of what is not serving you and let go of the outcome. Because if you're too emotionally attached to the outcome, then that is actually resistance. Anything that's stopping you is resistance. So if you're too emotionally attached to the outcome, then you will create resistance to it, because there will be a sense of desperation that will come up for you. So let that go. Let go your attachment to the immediate outcome. Stay emotionally attached to your vision, the ultimate outcome, but let go of your emotional attachment to the immediate outcome. So you don't experience soul-crushing disappointment or this misconception that if you don't get the result that you want straight away, that you're a failure. It's all rubbish. So there you go. That is the 7-step formula masterclass on how to achieve the results that you want. Now, don't forget, if you do want help from me, then reach out to me at margarita.as.me/strategy to book a call with me. But if you don't book a call with me, then just take something that you have learned today and take action on it. Then take something else from what you've learned today and then take action on that. Because it's your implementation that will get you from where you are to where you want to be. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for being here. Looking forward to hearing all about your progress. And until next time, take care and bye for now.